Okay, let's have a look at the answers to these puzzles. First, let's tackle the easy one.
So let's get cracking. We need to find the winning move for white, but at the moment, these escape squares are both safe for the black king. Perhaps you noticed that the white rook would be attacking these squares if the knight moves out of the way. This is the medium puzzle, and these are the squares we need to check. The rook covers the e-file, and the pawn covers the final square, g2, so the white king has nowhere safe to run. This bishop check would be checkmate, but the white bishop is stopping this threat, so let's get rid of it. The only way out of check is to take the black queen. And now we can play the bishop move safely. Last puzzle to solve, and it's fortunate for black that there is a checkmate in 4 moves, as the white h-pawn is about to get to the end of the board. Anyway, let's see how free the white king is. These are the 2 possible squares. But the rook is keeping the white king where it is, and with the white queen away in the corner, white's defences are a little thin. At the moment, the white rook on e1 is stopping this threatening queen move, this threatening queen move, and also this dangerous knight check. The white bishop is also stopping the dangerous knight check, and this dangerous rook check, and it's also in the way of this queen check. So you can see that the white rook and bishop are doing a lot of defending, and this means trouble. The question is, can we find a way for black to take advantage? Well, this knight check forces white to move either the bishop or the rook, and depending on which piece white uses to capture the black knight, the black queen can give check on either b1 or f1. Let's look at what happens if white takes the knight with the bishop. We'll look at the rook later. With the bishop out of the way, black can now give check with the queen. And white has to move the bishop back to block. The problem is, any piece that blocks check is pinned, so the bishop isn't stopping the rook check anymore. As you can see, that was only 3 moves, so let's go back and see what happens if white takes the knight with the rook instead. Here we are again. We have seen that taking with the bishop leads to checkmate, so let's try with the rook. This time the black queen can give check on f1. And white has to move the rook back to block. Black can finish this off quite easily now.